Hello and welcome to another episode of EdgeCraft. I am your host, Matt, and it is great to see you today. For today's episode, we are going to start with fixing the sides of the caves, or the side of this mist here. See, I got some feedback from you guys that you'd like to see it as black concrete all the way around. Now that's going to take a lot of work. So we're going to jump straight into that, and we're going to make some black concrete. Now to do that, we need lots of sand and lots of gravel. Now I went on a little bit of a harvesting mission last episode, now off camera. To get the materials for those trees, I went out and I went way that way, and I found these dark oak trees, and I planted a few of them so that I could harvest them. But I've got lots of the wood, which is great, but I also dug out a ton of gravel, sand, and ink sacs so that I could make some concrete. So let me just grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll do a couple of those, and let's see what we can do here. All right, that right there. Ooh, that's a decent amount. And then a little bit more. Sweet. I'll stick the extra ink sacs back. That'll be for later. And now we just have to make the concrete, which is a long process. So like I said, we're going to jump into a super fast time mode while I get this concrete all taken care of and I begin placing it. See you soon. Okay, so while we create those black concrete blocks and place them, we're going to continue our story about Joseph. This is chapter 41 of Genesis. It starts when 2 full years had passed. Oh my goodness, Joseph is in this jail for 2 years now. Pharaoh had a dream. He was standing by the Nile when out of the river there came up 7 cows, sleek and fat, and they grazed among the reeds. After them, 7 other cows, ugly and gaunt, came up out of the Nile and stood beside those on the riverbank. And the cows that were ugly and gaunt ate up the 7 sleek, fat cows. Then Pharaoh woke up. He fell asleep again and had a second dream. 7 heads of grain, healthy and good, were growing on a single stalk. After them, 7 other heads of grain sprouted, thin and scorched by the east wind. The thin heads of grain swallowed up the 7 healthy, full heads. Then Pharaoh woke up. It had been a dream. In the morning his mind was troubled, so he sent for all the magicians and wise men of Egypt. Pharaoh told them his dreams, but no one could interpret them for him. Then the chief cupbearer said to Pharaoh, "Today I am reminded of my shortcomings. Pharaoh was once angry with his servants, and he imprisoned me and the chief baker in the house of the captain of the guard. Each of us had a dream the same night, and each dream had a meaning of its own. Now a young Hebrew was there with us, a servant of the captain of the guard. We told him our dreams, and he interpreted them for us, giving each man the interpretation of his dream. And things turned out exactly as he interpreted them to us. I was restored to my position, and the other man was impaled." So Pharaoh sent for Joseph, and he was quickly brought from the dungeon. When he had shaved and changed his clothes, he came before Pharaoh. Pharaoh said to Joseph, "I had a dream, and no one can interpret it. But I have heard it said of you that when you hear a dream, you can interpret it." "I cannot do it," Joseph replied to Pharaoh, "but God will give Pharaoh the answer he desires." Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, "In my dream I was standing on the bank of the Nile, when out of the river there came up 7 cows, fat and sleek, and they grazed among the reeds. After them 7 other cows came up, scrawny and very ugly and lean. I had never seen such ugly cows in all the land of Egypt. The lean, ugly cows ate up the 7 fat cows that came up first. But even after they ate them, no one could tell that they had done so. They looked just as ugly as before. Then I woke up. In my dream, I saw 7 heads of grain, full and good, growing on a single stalk. After them, 7 other heads sprouted, withered and thin and scorched by the east wind. The thin heads of grain swallowed up the 7 good heads. I told this to the magicians, but none of them could explain it to me. Then Joseph said to Pharaoh, "The dreams of the Pharaoh are one and the same. God has revealed to Pharaoh what he is about to do. The 7 good cows are 7 years, and the 7 good heads of grain are 7 years. It is one and the same. The 7 lean, ugly cows that came up afterward are 7 years, and so are the 7 worthless heads of grain scorched by the east wind. They are 7 years of famine. It is just as I said to Pharaoh. God has shown Pharaoh what he is about to do. 7 years of great abundance are coming throughout the land of Egypt, but 7 years of famine will follow them. Then all the abundance in Egypt will be forgotten, and the famine will ravage the land. The abundance in the land will not be remembered, because the famine that follows it will be so severe. The reason the dream was given to Pharaoh in 2 forms is that the matter has been firmly decided by God, and God will do it soon. And now let Pharaoh look for a discerning and wise man and put him in charge of the land of Egypt. Let Pharaoh appoint commissioners over the land to take 1/5 of the harvest of Egypt during the 7 years of abundance. They should collect all the food of these good years that are coming and store up the grain under the authority of Pharaoh to be kept in the cities for food. This food should be held in reserve for the country to be used during the 7 years of famine that will come upon Egypt, so that the country may not be ruined by the famine." The plan seemed good to Pharaoh and to all of his officials. So Pharaoh asked them, "Can we find anyone like this man? One in whom is the Spirit of God?" Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Since God has made all this known to you, there is no one so discerning and wise as you. You shall be in charge of my palace, and all my people are to submit to your orders. Only with respect to the throne will I be greater than you." Wow, this is incredible. So Joseph goes from in the prison for 2 years, forgotten about, to now being second in charge of all of Egypt. That's where we're going to finish our story for today, but this is just incredible. We're going to keep going in future episodes and see how things turn out for Joseph. All right, let's get back to the building. Okay, so that is that part done. And it doesn't look too bad. I mean, you can see the lines, but I don't know. I think I like it. I think I'll like it a lot better when it's all black. So I'm going to just do a cut scene and we're going to do the rest of this. I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, it is finished. I've got the entire thing lined in black, and yeah, you can see the lines, but it still gives it that fog effect, and I don't know. I don't know if I like the black. I think I do, but I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna have to think about that for a little bit. Was the stone better? I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. I can always take it out and put it back in. So anyway, now we are going to build the next layer on our little dungeon haunted house thing. And so here is what the next layer is going to look like. We are going to create some ghost armor stands kind of deal. So, what I need to do here is I want to get some building blocks, and I need to create the walls. So, I need... Oh, I don't know if this is going to be enough. I don't know. Gotta go all the way around the outside. Like... this. Oops, not down there. Alright. And I am out. I think I put a crafting table down here, did I? I didn't. Alright, let me go get a crafting table. I think it's up there. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I've got a crafting table, and we are all set now. So the next thing we need to do is we need to protect our little hole that we're going to be falling into. So I want to build this all the way up because this just needs to be a straight shoot down. And we're going to build the rest of the haunted house around this. The front door of the haunted house is going to lead right over top, basically, of this, so that, yeah, you basically walk in the door and you fall. So let's finish this up real quick and get back to the next layer. Okay, so here we are. Now I want walls, and these walls are gonna look a little bit nicer because they're not the dungeon. And you know what? I don't need those two, so let's save some resources here. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. All the way around. And good. Beautiful. Okay, so a nice stone room. And then what I want to do is I want to put some armor stands down, but I want to put them so they're kind of floating. And I think they fall. Well, that's all right. How do you break these things? I don't know how you. I'm confused. Why won't it break? There's gotta. There you go. That was just weird. Okay, so you come up from the dungeon, and all right. So I want to see. 1, 2, 3, 4 armor stands. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. All right. Now on the first one, we're gonna have leather. Alright, there we go, leather. And on the next one, we're gonna have iron. On the next one, I want gold. And on the last one, I want diamond. And I hate to waste the diamonds on this, but you know, it's gotta look good, you know? I just want the haunted house to look good. Alright, so we got those. Now, next to these, I want some paintings. But not of those kinds of things. I want it, come on, spooky paintings. Maybe that's the only painting I can get with a too high room, so I have to go a little bit higher. Alright, let's go a little higher. Okay, the stairs. The stairs are going to continue to go up like this. So, yeah, just like that. Alright, so we'll go up like this. Alright, now. Okay, I'll be right back when I've finished making this higher. Okay, I've done it, and I've got this painting, which is the one I wanted, and this painting, which is the other one I wanted, so everything's looking good there. Just going to finish up the ceiling here, and this will be a completed level. This is why I brought the crafting table, so I can get more of these slabs when I need them. Alright, so the tricky part will be making sure that these stairs go exactly where I want them to. And that looks pretty good. Okay. Now I just have to make sure I can go up the stairs and down the stairs without, yep, that happening. So that's got to be broken. All right. Now I did a little trick here where I stuck a torch right behind the armor stand, so you can't actually see the torch, but it lights it up. That should be good for us. And I'm going to do a couple of little touches and I'll be right back. And there we go. We have ourselves a skeleton trapped in there. So this is going to add to the ambiance, the sounds. So we got the zombies down there groaning. We got the skeleton who will make those bone clanking sounds. This is great. So now we are ready for the next level. And notice how when you fall down to the bottom, you'll come into this room and you slowly come up through the haunted house into the different areas. So that is pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Now, for the next one, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be doing. And to believe it or not, I don't think we're going to be able to get that done in this episode. But I'd like to at least get the room kind of situated so that we could do it next episode if we'd like to. I'd also like to start thinking about the redstone that we're going to need for the trap, this thing. I think we're going to have to use maybe, I don't know, a tripwire, maybe a pressure plate. I think probably a tripwire hook with some string and a piston, which means that that area right here underneath there is all going to be redstone. So I'm not going to be able to do a lot of building there, which is fine. So this will be the next area. And then the stairs can't go up because this room is going to be filled with redstone. So maybe here? Let's see. If I do that, and that, and that. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's see if I can... I don't know if I can place... Yeah, that's not going to be good. Let's see if I can... place that? No. It's always so difficult to place these things. Alright, I'll fix that in a second. Alright, we gotta get on the top half of the block. Alright, that's good. And you know what I was just thinking? I could just put solid blocks in there, can't I? Yeah. I don't need to have upside down stairs right there. Okay, so we'll just do this. Alright, good, I don't bonk my head. Excellent, we'll put some solid blocks in there. And then the roof, or the ceiling of this level. And then what in the world should I put here? I don't know. Leave me something in the comments. What do you think I should do for this room? It needs to be something kind of creepy. Where did my painting go? Didn't I have two paintings? Where's my other painting? Did it break? Oh, I've got it. I don't know what happened. Huh? I don't want that. I want that. Yeah. Oh, I bet you the skeleton shot it. That's probably what happened. Okay. So, yeah. So this area is going to be redstone. Let me just... There we go. And, yeah, that'll work out great. So, alright. Well, let's go down and finish our episode right in front of Mr. Skeleton here. And, thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know I enjoyed making it. I'm going to stand right next to my friend. Hi. And I will see you in the next episode. God bless. Bye.